How to manifest a brand new car in less than a week. This is something that happened to my friend just last week, and I wanted to share this story with you so that you know it's possible for you too. So stick around. My name is Hedley Derenzie. If you would like support stepping into the starring role of your movie, I am available for one-to-one law of assumption coaching. I also have a free 21-day Set Yourself Up with the Ultimate Self-Concept course. You'll find those details in the box below this video because it is the stories we tell that create our reality. As you know, I've been holding the assumption that all of my friends are into law of assumption. So of course, all of my friends are into law of assumption. So I get to have these awesome conversations with my friends, and they share with me all of their success stories. It's so awesome. I really would encourage that you hold the assumption that all of your family and friends are into law of assumption. It just makes life so much better and richer because you're just having these awesome conversations with the people you love. And as you know, my mum's super into it now and my friends are into it, and it's just the best. I love having these conversations, and I love hearing the successes that they share with me. And this is a success that one of my good friends had recently. And I'm going to tell you the backstory, to give you the context, because once this is in your reality, then it's a possibility for you, because anything that's in your reality exists within your consciousness that is available for you to choose as your reality if you would like it. Remember, what you say is true will be true for you. If it's not true, it won't be true for you. So this is just an offering of what can be possible for you with the right assumptions, and we'll go into that as well. So the context of this story is that these friends of mine I met when I was living back in Sydney, very good friends of mine, a long time ago. And they created a very successful business that went on to be an extremely successful company in Australia and around the world. And during that time, they bought a Range Rover Sport, which was one of my favorite cars as well. And they had that car throughout the life of that company. And then when they sold that company for a lot of money, they could have easily bought a brand new Range Rover Sport, but they didn't. They decided to keep the car that they had, which was one of the older models. It's a beautiful car. And what they did was they just kind of upgraded it and did the improvements that they needed to do to keep the car because they loved the car. However, just last week, my friend was telling me that they took it to repairs, and the repairs were just going to be absolutely astronomical. And they were finally, after all these years, they were kind of like, okay, it's time to get a new car. We need to get a new car. So they went to the Range Rover dealer, and the guy said to them that a brand new Range Rover was going to be a 3-year wait, and there were no new models anywhere. You just can't get a brand new Range Rover at this time. So it seems to be like the auto industry is experiencing huge delays and new cars are hard to come by. So anyway, that was the message she got, but she knows law of assumption. So she heard the guy say that and she went, no, I'm not going to accept that as my reality. After that happened, my girlfriend went on a walk, and she says, I find it really easy to visualize and to think of what I want when I'm walking and moving. So that just works for her. So she went on a walk and she decided that she was going to have her new car. So she envisioned a brand new white Range Rover Vogue. And she saw herself in this car. Now, that was the same day she was told there were no new cars and nothing was going to be available for 3 years, 3-year wait. The next day, they received a call from the dealer to say they had a brand new white Range Rover Vogue that hadn't yet been advertised. Would they like to come and have a look? Of course, they went and had a look. I think it was a Friday or a Saturday, so they couldn't purchase the car on that particular day, which would have been 24 hours after. But they did pick it up, I think, on the Monday or the Tuesday, and they now have a brand new Range Rover Vogue, which was the exact same car she saw in her vision on her walk. And that is because she consciously and deliberately refused to accept the assumption that was coming at her. She could see it coming, and she went, no, that's not going to be my reality. I'm not choosing that. I'm seeing it. Yes, okay, that's coming at me, but that is not going to be my reality. I am choosing another story. And she switched to another timeline in that moment. She saw herself in this brand new white Range Rover Vogue. Bang. 24 hours later, they were test driving the car, and another couple of days later, the car was in their possession. Now, that is a fast turnaround for a brand new car in this day and age. That was so fast, and that's why this story is so amazing because of the way the auto industry is today. It would have told her, if she decided to believe what reality was telling her, she would not have had that new car. She would have fell into the assumption that it's going to take a really long time, there's no new cars available, and that would have been her reality. But she consciously decided that that was not going to be her reality, and she set in motion a new story that got outpictured so fast. It was awesome. I loved that story, and I asked for her permission to share it here because it was so great. And of course, now it's in your reality. This is possible for you too. You do not have to accept what your reality is telling you. And in fact, don't. If it's not what you want, don't accept it. You have to acknowledge it. We can't deny it. If it's coming at you, you've got to look at it and go, okay, that's coming at me. That's an assumption. It's not yet a fact, and I'm choosing for it not to be a fact because I'm not allowing that assumption to slip in and then command my subconscious to produce it as a fact. She kind of like got in and interrupted that cycle and interrupted that process. You're not sort of denying reality. You're looking at it front on and going, okay, that's coming at me. That's what this person is saying. I'm choosing this. This is what I'm choosing instead, and I'm holding true to that, and I'm creating a mental vision of that, and I'm seeing myself in that scene. I'm feeling it real. I'm activating my senses in that reality. And then you just let reality unfold and take care of itself. There's a few little key points around this story. That is that they had the money ready and available to purchase that Range Rover Vogue. So if you don't currently have the money and you want a Range Rover Vogue, doesn't mean you can't have it. It just means that it might take a little bit longer than a week, because reality has to reorganize itself for you to have the money and then have the car, or for you to have the car without having the money. So there might be another factor involved in your circumstance if your reality is a little bit different to that. So don't discount this story if you don't have the money for a Range Rover Vogue. It just might mean it may take a little bit more time in the world of matter to organize itself so that that car can be yours. You know, even with having the money, unless she'd changed the story, that car wouldn't have been available to her. If you don't have the money, it does not matter. It just might take a little bit more time to organize itself. And again, you don't have to be the one who figures that out. You just have to live in the end of already having what it is that you want and knowing that it's yours. That's it. That's your job. And then you let reality take care of itself, and it will. It always does. That's how it works. Reality is a reflection. It's reflecting back what you're doing in consciousness. Do not let money limit you from having what you want. If you don't have the money, don't worry about it. You still have to imagine that you have it, and the money will show up. You don't have to figure this stuff out. You just have to live in the end and have the faith that this is the way things work. There's so many of these stories. Just live in the end of having what it is that you want, and know that reality will reorganize itself, including the amount of money that is required for you to have that thing. Anything's possible in this world of infinite possibilities. It's all available to you. But I just wanted to share that story so that you know this is available for you, and things can happen fast. And do not accept the assumption of others that come at you. Don't accept the facts of your reality if you don't want them to be facts in your reality. They do not have to. You can get in there before that fact becomes an assumption and produces a fact in your reality. You can jump in there and be like, no, I'm not accepting that, and do what my friend did. Take yourself for a walk. Imagine yourself in the car of your dreams, or the house or home or the relationship or whatever it is that you want, and know that you are causing your reality in the act of doing that. So I hope that helps. I hope that inspires you. Go and manifest a new car. I also should share that I have actually manifested a new car since coming into Law of Assumption. I was like, okay, cool, I'm going to get back onto my really lovely car story, which I had a really good story a while ago, and I'm just going to get back onto that. And then I had the opportunity to purchase my mum and stepdad's car, their beautiful Audi, and now that is the car that I am driving. It wasn't within a week, but you can absolutely have it within a week if that's what you want, because this is a story that's available to you. This is a story that's in your reality. This is an example. This is the success story that is now available to you if you should choose it too. Anyway, I'll leave you with that. Please remember, you are the amazing creators of your reality. You are the superstar of your show. You are the producer, the writer, the director, and the actor in your movie. What you assume to be true will be so. So assume the best for you. Assume the best for everyone in your movie too, and you will have an amazing life. And this is my wish, my vision, and my prayer for you and for me too. Thank you so much for listening. Please like, comment, and share. And if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I'd love to have you, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.